This week on Project Superhuman, I'm training with a hormone expert to increase my testosterone naturally. We will do tiny, small, natural tweaks to my lifestyle to see how much of an impact a lifestyle optimization can have when it comes to testosterone. My testosterone is already above average for my age group just because of my lifestyle. And I want to see how much further I can push it by optimizing my lifestyle to be 10 out of 10. The whole point is to prove that when it comes to hormones, especially testosterone, lifestyle is everything. So this week, let's see if we can unlock our body's own chemistry. Since the 1970s, men's hormones have been on a steady decline. Back then, the average 30-year-old man had a testosterone level around 700. Today, that same man averages closer to 450 to 500. In fact, only about 8% of American men in their 30s now test above 650, levels that used to be normal just a few decades ago. And it's not just testosterone. Thyroid disorders have more than doubled since the 1970s, with over 12% of US adults experiencing thyroid dysfunction today. Fertility rates are dropping, estrogen dominance is rising, and lifestyle-driven hormonal imbalances are becoming the new normal. What changed? As we can see here, the more technology is integrated in our daily lives, the less testosterone we have. Why? Because screens directly impact the quality of your sleep, and sleep is one of the biggest factors when it comes to optimizing your hormones, specifically testosterone. As we can see on the graphs, we traded active lives for screens, we cut sleep and gained weight, and flooded our bodies with chemicals from plastics, processed food, and medications. Technology gave us progress, but it also rewired our biology. And the result? A silent hormonal crisis that shapes how we feel, perform, and even who we are. Lifestyle directly affects our hormones, and this week I'm trying to prove that by taking charge of your lifestyle, you can take charge of your hormones.
Hey James, can you hear me?
Hey Jason, yeah, I can hear you. How you doing?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
So the main idea for me is to see as quick as possible how much I can have one coaching session and implementing the things you're saying to me.
Okay.
How much I can have make a difference in 1-2 weeks, like how big of a difference it can make just implementing the things that you're sharing in my life.
Fantastic. I need to ask you, like, what are you doing? Any exercise at the moment? Do you have a workout program or anything you're doing?
I'm working out 3 to 4 times per week, but it's mainly calisthenics, which means on my own weight. So I'm doing push-ups, I'm doing squats, those types of things without any extra weight. So
okay. Do you have access to a gym? Would you go to a gym?
absolutely, and I have also weights at home, so I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bench
Okay.
and those things.
Okay, awesome. Okay. I mean, it's really very simple, right? So the things that are going to move the needle for testosterone are that strength training, like I'd say minimum 3 times a week, but focusing on what we call the compound lifts, things that work lots of muscles. So stuff like the squat, bench press, overhead press. So, I mean, following this call, what I'll do is I'll email you, Dejan, rather than like going through your thing. I'll just say, right, here is a workout program. And it should be moves that you know, right, that you're familiar with. But any questions, obviously, just go, I don't know what that is, or can we jump on another call and just explain what that is? But it should be pretty self-evident. So I'd like to get you set up doing that, like a weights. Let's go for three times a week.
Okay. And please feel free to push me to the limit. Like I'm here
Okay.
all in. So if it needs to be 5 times, 6, 7 times per week, I can do it. I'm all in. I just wanna make sure what can be the biggest possible difference I can make in 1-2 weeks. So
Okay.
that's the whole idea.
Great. How's your sleep at the moment?
I'm not measuring it. I suspect that I don't really have a great quality of sleep because I often find myself waking up during the night, turning, and so I don't think that I'm flawlessly sleeping, I can say.
Okay. So again, I'll put this in. So what I'd like you to do is strength train 3 times a week. Make sure that you're going for a walk at least 20 minutes outdoors every day. I want you to get as much sun exposure as you can.
Okay.
Let's try and get your bedtime and you're getting up consistent. So you're getting ideally around like 8 hours sleep a night.
Okay.
And then the other thing I'd like you to do is try and eliminate or try and eliminate alcohol and sugar
Okay.
from your diet.
Alcohol, sugar completely, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to send you a little morning routine to do, and I'll send you like just some mindset stuff and journaling. But I'd love you also, like, I'll also send you the kind of self-reflection, like how am I feeling now, what's going on, so that side of it.
Okay.
So that will take you like through week one. I might also, do you do any kind of like cold therapy at the moment, or cold showers or anything like that?
Yes, daily. I do cold exposure, cold shower for at least 10 minutes. So
let's keep that going. That's
Okay.
amazing. Trying to think. Digital detox in the evening.
okay.
Yeah.
That
And
means
then-
like 3 hours before bed, no any electronics.
Let's say 2 hours to be
2 hours,
reasonable.
okay.
Yeah. I want to cut down that blue light. I mean, those are the main things, really. If we were working longer term, we'd start looking at things like maybe products you're using, things like, shower gels, like what have they got in them, whether food's being stored in plastic containers and heated in plastic in the microwave, all that. I'm sure you probably don't use microwave, but that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
As far for the workout, what I've noticed is that when I'm lifting weights, especially when I'm training biceps, I feel like that there is a change in my testosterone, at least a little bit. I guess it improves because I don't know what's the dynamic between free testosterone and general testosterone, how it works, how fast it changes. But what I notice, and this might sound ridiculous too, but anytime I do the biceps exercise, even my voice gets deeper after that immediately. So that's just my what I notice.
Yeah. I mean, there could be a psychosomatic thing there. Of course, like when we exercise that intensity, we also get that endorphin rush. So we get these neurotransmitters firing, which gives us like we feel like pumped and energized.
Yeah.
But for sure, I think for men, when we, or even for women actually, because my wife, like when she goes heavy afterwards, she's like, So I think after you have done something that you can really feel the strain in your muscles, you do feel that kind of pump and lift afterwards.
Absolutely. For example, I exercise a lot, and I exercise different types of exercises. I do cardio, I do calisthenics, I do weights. The only exercise I've noticed this is just the biceps. That's what I'm mentioning. So I can do exercise. I can do, for example, 100 push-ups in one set, and I do usually 5 sets, 500 push-ups. After that, I don't feel it. But I do, for example, I don't know, 10 lifts on my biceps, and my voice immediately gets deeper. It might be psychosomatic. I don't know. I
think
don't
so,
know where it's coming from. I'm just sharing it as what I noticed.
Well, yeah, there's two things. I think one is could be psychosomatic because the biceps are very kind of male muscle, right? And
Yeah.
it's like showing. But also that is a muscle group that it's easy to go to failure with on your own, right? So if you think about something like the chest, if we're doing a bench press, so if I'm in the gym on my own, I'm bench pressing, I won't go as heavy as if I've got someone spotting me.
Yeah.
Because then I can go, I know if I fail, someone's got it, and I'll go much heavier than if I'm just doing it on my own. And that makes a difference to how you feel afterwards. So on the sessions when I have a spotter and I go to failure, I get that same pump as you would. So you think with arms, you can do it. Because if your arms start to go to failure, you can just let it go, right?
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Is there something in the pushing to the failure that kind of improves? Should I focus on pushing to failure with my exercises, or?
Yeah, so I'll give you. I'll write down the sets and reps, but we'll probably work in like a low to medium rep range. It's not too many sets, but the weight you should be using on the last 2 reps of the last set, that should be. I can't complete it.
Okay.
And then again in 2 weeks, we won't see much progression. But let's just say, for example, that you were chest pressing 80 kilos.
Yeah.
All right, set 1, yeah, I can do it. Set 2, oh, that's really hard. Set 3, oh no, I'm only getting like 4.5 reps. But then after 3 weeks, set 3, I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting my 8 reps. Good. Now we're gonna add like another 1.25 to each side of the bar. You've gone up a little bit. Again, you'll find it hard for that last set, and that's progression. But we want to be looking for that failure on the last reps of the last set. And that's how we know the weight is heavy enough.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm honored to have met you and to work with you. And thank you so much for being such a kind person and such a professional in your coaching. So if there is anything that I have a question, I'll write you an email.
Absolutely. Just
there.
drop me an email. If you want to have another call, just give me a shout. Let me know.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
No problem, James. And thank you so much. Thank you for coming here and helping me so generously. For the Superhuman Summit this year, I'll also invite you to be a speaker if you want. We are just starting. I will notify the coaches in the group. We are getting that team, so to say, together. And this year is going to be even better than last year. More coaches, more people. So I will let you know more information. But if you're up to it, same dates, 11th to 14th. 13th is the day of the body where we're gonna need you. So that's.
Yeah, I would love to. Thank you for asking me. Yeah, thank you.
No problem, James, and thank you again.
Okay, so this week I focused on optimizing my hormones with easy, natural, daily lifestyle tweaks, and these are the results. Here's the thing, I already had a solid foundation before this week even started. Every morning, as you remember from my biohacking week, I walk about 20 minutes in the sun. My sleep is consistent, even though I can a little bit tweak it, but a little bit on that later. My diet is clean. Overall, my lifestyle is already good. I don't drink a lot of alcohol. I don't smoke. I don't eat a lot of sugar. So all of those basic things that someone will tell you to do in order to increase your testosterone, I'm already doing. Cold showers, all of that is also incorporated. So the question was, how much further can I push things? Can I increase my testosterone just by making a couple of small tweaks and powerful changes in my already great, so to say, daily lifestyle? And the answer, it really even did surprise me, because the changes I did were really small, tiny tweaks, yet they had and gave a result. So what were these changes? Two things. I started lifting weights. Even though I exercise regularly, I don't exercise with weights, I exercise with my own weight. So the only thing I changed is just add more weights into my exercise. And I started lifting weights 3 times per week. The second thing I did was I added 1 extra meal in my diet, so I was finally in a caloric surplus instead of just maintaining it. That's it. No magic pill, no complicated protocols, no supplements, just strength training and a little bit more fuel into my body. The results, my blood work speaks for itself. At the start, my testosterone was already above average at 642. After just 1 week of these adjustments, it climbed to 660. Not a big deal, not a big change, just 3%, but still, on paper that may look just like tiny little bit increase, but the difference I felt in my body and mind was massive. And also it shows that with just tiny little tweaks, we hold the control of the switches in our body to adjust our hormones and optimize them depending on what we need to be optimized. Lifestyle is everything. So what you do in your life, in your daily life, has a direct big impact on your hormones. It's not about pills, it's not about changing something dramatic, it's about incorporating healthy habits that together optimize your hormones. And at any moment you can tweak a certain habit to increase or lower a specific hormone. Now when I say the results in my body and my mind were massive, this is what I mean. Let me show you what I mean. In my self-evaluation before this week, I scored myself around 6 or 7 out of 10 in almost most areas. I was tired, worried, and I felt weaker than I wanted to feel. After this week, my scores jumped to the 9s and even 10s. My energy was higher, my mood was sharper, I felt more confident, more present in my relationships. The 3 words I used before the first week were tired, worried, and weak. The words I use now are confident, strong, powerful. But here's another layer that I didn't expect. Every morning, I also visualize my ideal version, the man I want to be, and set the intention to show up as my best self that day. That practice, combined with the physical tweaks, directly influenced how I scored myself. It wasn't just the numbers on a blood work test that changed me, it was also my mindset and the way I chose to carry myself. Now here we can see how everything is entangled. Body, heart, spirit, mind, all of it is entangled. And when it comes to testosterone, that's the truth. Testosterone alone is not the do-all, end-all of feeling good as a man. There are many factors that shape how we feel, think, and act. But optimized hormones definitely help. And if you come to the Superhuman Summit 2025 this year, you will speak directly with James, and he will tell you exactly how to optimize your hormones with easy, natural, daily lifestyle tweaks. Be it testosterone, be it estrogen, be it prolactin, whatever you need help with, James is the guy, and he will help you to take the control wheel in your hands of your hormones. And believe me, when you control your hormones, that's really a superpower. This is a reminder that small tweaks can not just transform your physical self, but they can also transform your life.